If you guys want to see the most powerful gas cap ever invented, stick around. This video is proudly sponsored by Tanks Inc. No other company has the expertise of Tanks Inc. to help you with your fuel system needs. I know. What's with a loaded title? Welcome back to In the Shop TV, guys. My name is Mike. That's my 1955 Chevy truck behind me. We've been building this truck out for a little over a year and a half now. And I know that title leaves a couple of people scratching their heads, and we got some splaining to do. Now, viewers of the channel know that right back there, we did not have the gas cap filled in like a lot of people do with this truck. They'll get a piece of sheet metal, they'll tack it in place, put a little skim coat and filler over it, and it'll look just like it was never there. But fans of the show have seen me relocate the gas tank back to the bed area. We've got our filler right there. So what in the world am I doing? How am I gonna have a gas filler right here and a gas filler right there? You know, the truth is, for something as silly as a gas filler, I kind of struggled with this for a really long time. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. On one hand, relocating the tank all the way to the back of the truck makes a whole lot of sense. I get a little bit more weight back there. Having the gas tank in the cab, which is where it originally was located, is not really the safest thing. And you guys have probably all seen videos of these older trucks taking some sharp turns. Gas actually comes pouring out of here. Yeah, it's not so great. Now, don't get me wrong. I think if you're going to go with 100% restoration, then of course the tank has to go back here, and you should keep true to that, obviously. But for me, I wanted the tank in the rear, so that's what we did. My plan is in the rear to have a bed floor that's hinged and on actuators, so that goes up and we fill the tank in that way when it's time to add gas to the vehicle. So the logical choice that everyone seems to do, which we talked about just a second ago, is you'll put a piece of metal here, you'll tack it in place, do a little bit of stitch welding, put some filler over it, smooth it all out, and once you paint the truck, which we've already done, it looks like it was never there. So I was thinking about doing that. I was gonna do that, but everyone kind of does that, and I just didn't want to be everyone. I even thought about, is there a way that I can make the gas fill here and have it sent back to the tank to fill that way? And there's really not any way to do that without having the filler show inside the bed, which is just heinously ugly. I don't want to do that. However, I really like the look, the classic styling of the gas cap right here on the cab corner. I really like it a lot, actually. So I didn't want to lose that aesthetic, but I really hate the inconvenience of it. So the next thought I had was, well, if I want to keep that styling, but have the functionality of the tank being in the rear and filling it back there, we could put like a dummy cap here, just kind of seal it off so we have the looks of it, but it doesn't really do anything. Thought about that long and hard. I just really don't like the idea of a dummy anything, because then I feel like a dummy. You know what I mean? So I kind of ruled that out. You know, it would give me the looks that I want, but it's just, I don't know, it's kind of stupid. It would just be there for nothing, you know? So I was like, what could I put here that would actually at least look really cool and get some other sort of use out of it? So the first thing that came to my mind, if I'm thinking about what looks cool, is the old school Cobra style hinged gas cap. Now, I've always loved the look of those things. However, they're really big, they're really obtrusive and kind of bulky looking, and they're chrome, which is not really gonna work with Darth Vader, AKA Sinistar, we have behind us here with the whole kind of blacked out thing going on. So my heart is set on this cap. I gotta make it work somehow. I gotta find out something to do with it, and I gotta make it look the overall aesthetic of this truck. So the first thing I thought of doing was I'm gonna powder coat this thing black. So that's what I did. I took it down to my local powder coater. It's a company called V6 Fabrication. They're actually right around the corner from me here in the upstate of South Carolina. Really great people. If you guys ever need anything powder coated at all, frames, whatever, fabricated, they have like laser cutting and full-fledged machine shop, everything. Go see V6 Fabrication in the upstate South Carolina. Tell them In the Shop TV sent you. They'll take care of you real good. So I took it over there, dropped off the powder coating, and got it back like a day later. And man, this thing looks incredible. Let me dig it out and I'll show you. You guys ready? Check that thing out. Is that not the coolest or what? So it's got kind of your latch right there. It opens up, and then you've got, not pictured in here, there's kind of a spring-loaded seal that goes in, that screws in right there, and it just stops any gas from coming out or whatever. I took it off for powder coating, obviously, but you get the idea. We'll put that back on in just a second. So it's really kind of oversized. I mean, for the space, it's big, it's obtrusive, it doesn't really fit there. It sticks out really far with a high profile. It's actually kind of obnoxious when you think about it, and I absolutely love that about it. So what's so powerful about this thing? All right, I'll get to the chase. Well, some of you guys are either gonna love this video and love this idea, or you're gonna completely hate it, and then the rest of you will just be indifferent to it. But what are we gonna do with this thing? Well, we got a gas fill back there, and that's what we're gonna fill the tank with. This thing is really gonna be cosmetic, but with a hole in there, we gotta do something with it. So let's take advantage of the back hole of this thing and turn it into a charging port. So I went and found a standard Leviton 15 amp male plug-in. This is just the front half, but the back half actually fits really tight inside the opening on that gas cap, a little bit too tight. So I took it over to the bench grinder, just kind of worked it around in a circle until I got it nice and smooth, so I can get a nice tight press fit inside the gas cap hole itself. And that's what it's going to look like installed. Now that front faceplate screws off so you can wire it. You can pull that front part right out, attach your wires, and then slip it right back through the bottom. It's got a strain relief right there. What I'm probably going to do is put some epoxy around the housing of this just so that it doesn't push through. Even though that is a really tight press fit, I don't think it's going to pop through at all. But if you never know, if you get some freezing temperatures and it contracts a little bit, just don't want to allow that to happen. Here's our spring-loaded seal, just to make sure that we tighten that up enough so that it doesn't interfere with the plug itself. But just to be sure, I want to make sure it latches, which it does. Doesn't interfere with the plug-in at all. We are good to go. All right, so moving on, mounting it to the cab. This is the next issue and probably the biggest one that we have. Our surface here obviously is convex, but we have a flat mounting flange on our gas cap. So that's going to be kind of weird. Yeah, that's not going to fly. Looks like we've got about a 3/8 gap on both the top and the bottom side here that we've got to make up. So my options are simple. I could either cut out this piece of metal right here and then weld in a flat piece that's kind of recessed into there, so we'll have a flat mounting flange for it to sit to. Kind of involved. The truck has this temporary single stage paint on it, which I'm kind of going to roll with for a few years and drive around like this. So do I want to start mangling this up and welding? And if that's the case, I might as well just put that patch panel in from the first place. So I think what we need to do is find something that's compressible, like a gasket material that can go on the outside of it that will match that exact circumference of the gas cap and compress enough to fill up those gaps on the top and bottom where it wiggles. Where the hell am I going to find that? Well, since this project is already kind of obnoxious in nature, why not take it to the next level and use... Does anyone know what this is? Any plumbers out there? You ever seen one of these? It's a urinal seal. Was that for some piss poor logic, huh? So what it is, I took the original gasket that comes with the cap and I put it on top of my urinal seal here, and then I marked out where the holes are and drilled those through so I can kind of get it on back of the cap and have it hold on there with some screws so I can get it in place. It's important to note that these holes line up a certain way. You can notice they're not evenly spaced. In fact, these two holes right here are a little bit further apart than the rest of them, and that notates kind of where that back hinge is going to go. Obviously that matters when you mount it on here because I'm going to have my back hinges this way so that our cap folds open like that. All right, so I went and marked 2 holes using the actual gas cap as a template. I could have used the foam gasket or that rubber gasket to mark it out, but it kind of bends and conforms to shape. That would make the hole locations not true. So I just kind of laid the fuel cap on there and used an awl to poke through those holes because they were kind of raised off the metal. Marked our spot, drilled the 2 holes out. Now we're going to mount the 2 holes up just to see how everything else lines up and use that as a reference to mark the rest of our holes. All right, so I'm gonna wire this thing up, and what I have here is just like a basic power tool or appliance pigtail. It's got cut ends on one side and the blunt end on the other side right there. What we'll end up doing is later on at a later date attaching like a female end right here. But for right now, what we'll do is we'll remove that male 15 amp part of the plug from the gas cap. We'll snake this wire up through and we'll wire it up to the plug itself. If any of you guys are new to basic wiring of 120 volt electric, basically your brass screw in these things is always going to be your hot or your black lead. Your white is going to go to your silver screw, which is your neutral. And then your green obviously goes to green, which is your ground. So we'll just kind of leave the cord dangling down here for the time being. And hopefully sooner than later, we'll hook up like an onboard vehicle charging system. Do you love it? Do you hate it? I don't know. I'm kind of like always wanted to do a rat rod. And it's kind of almost like a nod to rat rodding, right? You kind of take something that really doesn't really belong there and make it work. I don't know. I really like it. A friend of mine actually, who was subscribed to this channel, hopefully doesn't watch this part, but my friend Joe has always been a big fan of rat rods. And he settled for a 2016 Jeep Wrangler. Joey, I don't know, man. What was that all about? No, I'm kidding. It's really actually a really nice Wrangler. It's kind of mint and all that, and I'm really happy for him. But it's kind of my tribute to him since he didn't get his rat rod, right? Probably the rat roddiest this thing is going to get is having this urinal seal on this big, obtrusive, ridiculous gas cap. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Guys, if you ever need anything fuel-related, go see Tanks Inc. online. Justin's a great guy. They have all the stuff that you could possibly need, especially if you're into EFI conversions, or even if you want to do the carb stuff, he's got it all. Great website, great company. Great guy to deal with. I really appreciate him hooking us up with this gas cap to make this video. Obviously part 2, this is gonna be kind of like wiring it up to get like a battery charging system going in here, but that's gonna do it for this one, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the shop.